Draw Me Close to You by Kossim Osseni, illustrated by Diana Torres. Somewhere in a vibrant, hip city lived an African boy named Tunde, along with his hard-working papa, Dele. After his loving mom had passed from a dreadful disease, Tunde spent his days drawing and painting. His art kept his mother's smile just strokes away and turned his feelings from bitter to sweet. One morning, as Papa was packing Tunde's lunch bag with some Puff Puffs, peanuts, and baobab juice, he noticed on his son's report card that Tunde was flunking math.
Tunde, if you do not do your homework, your grades will suffer,
Papa said. But Tunde's eyes were glued to yet another drawing, ignoring his papa's pleas. And so his papa, filled with rage, seized Tunde's crayons and threw all his drawings away. "I wish you paid attention and listened to me like Mom did." The boy picked up his backpack and ran out of the apartment in tears.
You may be crying now, but you will thank me later, when you grow up to be a doctor or an engineer, Papa murmured.
As Papa readied himself for a long day of work, he heard tires screeching and cries from the neighbors. He sprinted out of the door and found Tunde lying still on the street. Papa was stunned at the sight of his wounded son. His mind raced back to the fight his wife had lost and was shaken by the thought of losing his beloved son. He could hear his wife's voice saying, "Soften your hard heart for our son's sake." He fell to his knees and nursed his baby until the ambulance came and took them both away. 3 weeks passed before Tunde awakened from a coma. His injuries had healed, and his recovery seemed complete, except for one thing. He didn't remember anything, not even the bearded man looking at him with loving eyes. As the days went by and his memory loss remained, Tunde behaved in a peculiar way. He didn't pick up any brushes or pencils. He didn't draw on the floor or do any more backflips on the couch, but he was acing all his tests in subjects like math and even computer science. He did all his homework and house chores and even traded watching TV for reading books. But Papa wasn't happy. He missed his son's liveliness and infectious laughter. He realized that Tunde's good grades could not make up for his love. Neither riches nor success could replace his joy. And so Papa spent months searching for a miracle treatment. They visited doctors, priests, imams, and even shamans. He took Tunde to his favorite park, museums, and arcade, but nothing seemed to give the boy back his spark. One night, as Papa felt hopeless, he noticed a pencil lying on his crowded desk. This had been a gift from Tunde from long ago, with a special message written on it. "When you feel alone, draw me close to you." As if it had magical powers, the pencil enchanted him for what seemed like hours, bringing back memories that art brought to his family. Having paint fights with Tunde when Mama was away and attending local art fairs where they bought art and laughed without care. It had been a while since Papa had made a work of art, for raising a son alone was no walk in the park. Overwhelmed with shame and guilt, he picked up the pencil and drew all night until he fell asleep. The next morning, as they were having breakfast, Papa brought along with him the artwork he made and showed it to Tunde, saying, "I followed your advice." The boy peeked at the picture, not hoping for much, but was flooded with memories. Suddenly, he could see his mama and remembered their time together. Her laughing, her singing, and the comfort of her loving arms. The boy whispered, "Mama," as he pointed at the artwork, then looked at his father with confusion and wonder. His eyes widened and he jumped into his papa's arms as they both burst into tears.
"No matter what your heart's desire, I'll always lend you an ear," said his papa.
To what Tunde replied, "My heart is full, Papa. All I need is right here." The end. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe and come back again.